We have to expect a stunning call tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to our speaker for tonight. I'm very excited to host it this time from Germany. We have sunshine, we have still daylight outside. I still don't get used to it because I feel like it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's actually already 8 o'clock in the evening. Very, very excited to have this call tonight. So who we have on the call tonight, most of you know already who are on the call. For those who are brand new, you must know Roxana has started as a customer a year ago. On the 3rd of June, she actually celebrated, and she's quite particular about her anniversary. So it shows already her seriosity about dates and her commitment and determination, and somebody really knows and remembers exactly the day when she got started her journey. And she got started as a customer, and she developed a story which is unbelievable. She reduced in 1 year 40 kilos, and I don't know if you can imagine how much 40 kilos is, but I mean, I had the experience when I went on a walk and I had a backpack and I was carrying every day 15 kilo extra weight on my back. I could feel how my joints were painful, how my whole body was actually painful the entire day because of that excess weight. So imagine how somebody who carries around 40 kilo excess weight on the joints, what that difference makes when it's all of a sudden gone. I always remember in the evening when I arrived and I just could take off the backpack, wow, how light I felt all of a sudden. But when somebody just can take off these 40 kilos, and why I appreciate that you are on the call tonight, all of you who are interested to get these specific tips, what she has done, is also because even when we don't have to lose 40 kilos, we can help somebody with that knowledge to help somebody to lose these 10, 20, 30, 40 kilo. What somebody feels with 40 kilo less, somebody else who has 10 kilo excess weight can feel the same basically. It's a shift in their mindset, in their life, in everything. But then interesting enough, our guest speaker tonight, she didn't jump immediately into the business. It took her a very long time. We see often in these days, somebody starts on the 6-day trial, immediately they become a member, and either they become immediately successful or it takes them a little bit of time to grow into that role of a coach. And interesting enough, she gave herself either that she had the feeling or she knew about herself. I don't know what it was. I hope to learn more about it tonight. She gave herself time, and then all of a sudden, when nobody expected it anymore, she said, "Now I want to be a coach." And from there, never looked back. Then she basically was really ready for the journey, and she developed a business further to none, really, where she's serious about every single customer. She's serious about every single member she signs up into a team, and is determined to assist them and support them to achieve that they achieve what they want to achieve. So I think we are in for a very special treat tonight where we can learn a lot. So I hope you have your pens and notebooks ready and that you really take a good, that you take notes tonight. If you want to, I'm sure she's happy when you take maybe a picture of it. The call is recorded, but life is always simply the best. This is why I'm appreciating everybody who's live on the call. So please, I haven't closed any audios or anybody on mute at the moment. So let's make a serious welcome like she usually deserves it and welcomes us with her usual traditional, you know what I mean. So let us welcome our international qualified World Team member, Roxana Sodenberg. Roxana, over to you. More than 20 customers, developed the World Team business where she had in her 5th month now. World Team qualification is 4 months, which she has in her 5th month now. After she closed her World Team qualification, she had more than 5,000 volume points. More than half of it is personal purchase volume. The other half is really downline volume. This is the way how you want to build a business and want to have the architecture in your business. So lots of value to expect tonight. If you have questions, let's keep the questions for the end of the call. I don't want to close off the call immediately tonight. If there are questions, please let us take the time for the questions. For those who expect the focus group tonight, this is more than a focus group, what we have now, so don't expect the focus group. We focus on this call tonight. So Roxana, over to you.
Okay, so that was actually just a tester to ensure that you guys can hear me. Am I loud and clear? Because I lifted the laptop a bit.
Yeah.
You're all good. We can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys will learn a lot about the presentation. And as Bia said, I'll be more than happy to answer the questions afterwards. I tried and put as much information as possible to assist everyone within the presentation. So Bia? Okay, so when did I start as a client? Exactly, well, just a little bit more than a year ago, which was the 4th of June, 2016. That's when I tasted my first shake. My background is an accounts executive. I work full-time from Monday to Friday. It's a very, very demanding job that includes traveling and assisting after hours as well. So what are my product results to date? My energy levels has increased by 100%, leading an active lifestyle with attending fit camps, hiking, and park runs, dropping about 10 pan sizes and 40 kilos. So I just want to emphasize a bit on the active lifestyle. Now, I know that we teach in stating that it's 20% exercise and 80% good nutrition. Now, when I started my Herbalife journey, yes, I did the 20% exercise, but because I knew the results that was increasing on my end, I decided to increase my active lifestyle by creating my own fit camp at work, by doing my exercise Monday to Friday at work from 6:30 to 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I extended the hours. So currently now we're doing it twice with Bayer at a place very close by, where we do it on a Tuesday and on a Thursday, but yet I still do my own exercises on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is early hours of the morning between 6 and 7. Then I do my Saturday park runs, and every Sunday, for those who know me, I do hiking every single Sunday. However, during this particular month of Ramadan, because of the religion side of things, I don't do hiking at all. And obviously, right now in Cape Town, the weather doesn't permit anyway. So I'm already planning additional activity for the time of which this weather needs to assist for the people who really does want to exercise. So I'm looking for something like that that's not too hectic, but obviously where people can go and get and assist and obviously do additional activities to assist in their lifestyle. So which products did I start on? So as every single Herbalifer and every single customer, I started on the trial pack with a shake and tea. My coach, or at least my sponsor, Shukri, then provided me with a trial pack and a shake, and that's how I started my journey. I had it plain, no mixture whatsoever, just a normal vanilla, as they would say, with the milk to go with it. That's how I started. The recipes at the time I didn't do because I was very skeptical in making changes. However, to date, I try every single recipe that I can for whatever else I hear about or see. I try and mix it myself and change. So the product I currently use is the LOT PDM multivitamin Rose Guard, the soup, and the muscle rebuild thing. Together with that, obviously the Formula One bars, the protein bars, and all of the other luxuries that Herbalife does have to offer. I use all of those products as well. So how do I use my products? I currently enjoy them both plain, and I create my own recipes as stated before. So the cookies and cream currently is my favorite in this weather, where I take the cookies and cream and I pop it in the microwave. No additional stuff to it, just obviously a multi-fiber that I would add to it as an extra, but other than that, nothing else. No other additives that I would add into it because I enjoy it as is. However, the vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, tropical, all of the others, I make the changes. So when I started being a coach, I then made a pact to myself and my customers that whatever I'm eating, or at least what my breakfast shake is, I give them step by step as to what it is. So I'm in a chat group with Bea as well, and Bea knows every morning 4 o'clock, which I got into trouble for before, that I would send a chat in stating, good morning, as if I'm doing the shout thing. Good morning, everyone. I am having X, Y, and Z. So it will stipulate PDM, the shake, the 350 mils of water, etc., etc., etc. And at the same time, my customers then adapted and said, whatever you having, I want. And that is how the order increased as well per customer, because of the relationship that I've created and the fact that they are seeing what I'm consuming for those who are on a weight loss. And for those who are on a weight gain, I then provided them pictures as well as recipes of which they can use to increase their weight for those customers who are on an increased weight program as well. So just to give you an example, I started this very, very recently, which is now the first day of the fast. So I put everything together of which to make my shake. And the reason for this was because many of the customers who just started, especially in the month of fast, didn't understand when I made the recipe, as in the chat group where I'll WhatsApp it per when they'll give them the challenge per day, like the 21-day challenge or the 6-day challenge, then they never really understood. And it was more than one customer then brought it to my attention, of which I then decided to create this collage, as you can see there. Now, I know there's some people, people such as Hashim as well, he posted a video recording, which I also think is quite cool, where you actually show what you're putting in the blender, and he actually shows how he blends it to show how easy it is to make the shake. Because I do find that some customers feel that it's too much of an effort. As much as if you explain it to them, they look at you, they say, oh, you've been doing it for a year, so it has to be easy for you. So since I've been doing this, the attitude has changed for more than one customer, because they can see exactly what it is that I'm using and exactly what it is that I'm mixing. So they can also have a better understanding of how to exactly mix it and what it should look like at the end of the day. So if you look there at the one picture, every number 2 picture is what the shake looked like after you've mixed it. Here's some more examples. As you can see, the fruits, I make sure that the fruits also shows the shaker, the spoon. So when I say 1 scoop, exactly the same. There you can see the multi-fiber vitamin tablets and the Rose Guard as well, to show them that's exactly how it is, how I consume it. The tea, you can see there's a piece of lemon on in the second picture. So there's various ways of consuming the product, and this is exactly how I have it, especially in the fast. Now, I've had a lot of people that's not within my team that is also asked to give me give them some recipes as to what I currently consume in the fast. And this has been so much easier in sending this to them, so they can also see and to give them a better idea as to what it looks like. So this here is a typical example of a picture. And I added a little bit of a saying on there. And this for me was very, very important. If you look there on the picture, you can see that it is a 1-year anniversary date. Now, a lot of people get inspired, and it's true. When being a Herbalifer, you get inspired by the people of whom inspires you. Now, for me, I know that many of my customers, I inspire them for my weight loss. So to show them pictures of myself as to where I was, to date, some of them still don't believe it. And I know not many of the people have that, where they're before and afters. So many of my current customers, when I go there and they start their weight loss journey, I try and take a picture of them right there and then, whether they do the 3-day trial, the 6-day trial, or when they do an upgrade. I ensure that I try and take a picture, and I tell them, please take a picture of some clothing item that doesn't fit you, so that we can work towards that particular item to ensure that it does fit you. So we're saying that adds up there. Never stop trying, never stop believing, never give up, as your day will come. Now, for me, about a year ago when I started, I have to say I never, ever in my wildest dreams have thought that I would have lost the 40 kilos. When I started, my agreement to my coach was that I only wanted to lose 15 kilos by December. And that started in June. And when I went to him and I said to him, if I didn't lose 15 kilos by December, I didn't want to use the product anymore. That was my words to my coach. And he said to me, let's make a bet. If you lose 15 kilos before December, then you need to become a coach. And I took the bet. And unfortunately, I lost the 15 kilos in September already. So my date in signing up as a coach is the 3rd of September, 2016. I then decided to sign on the dotted line.
Awesome.
Wow.
So many people ask, what do you eat for snacks or a main meal? Now, I could have added a long list of things that needed to be there. Now, many people think, and a lot of my customers as well, when they ask me, so what do you snack on? Besides the list that is provided as a coach to your customers, I tell them, look, whatever you have within your cupboard, take a picture and then send it to me. I will tell you whether or not it is or isn't suitable. Because as much as you provide them with a meal or a meal plan, they might not like anything that's on the meal plan. And when they don't like it, they then decide to give up. So I have come to the point where, as in I go to them and I tell them, show me what you have in your cupboard. And I will say, listen, you can have a banana, but you shouldn't have the whole one. You should only have a piece, purely because a banana is high in sugar. But if it is your favorite and it is something that you want, we can cut down slowly but surely. Because you can't, for me, when I started being a coach, for me it was strict, 110%, do everything by the book, etc., etc., etc. And many of the time, I lost customers due to that because they couldn't cope. Because everybody is not the same. Everybody doesn't have the same willpower. Everybody doesn't have the same foodstuffs in their household. Maybe they can't afford it. Maybe they want to do this, they can afford the Herbalife, but they can't afford the extras to go with it. And that is why it's important for you as a coach to first hear or listen to what the customer has to say. And that I also learned the hard way. Because for me, it was my way or the highway. That's how I started in the beginning. I was very adamant that you need to ensure that you stick to the plan. So currently now I've eased down very much, and I said, listen, if you eat currently now 10 slices of bread, I'm using this as an example, cut down to half, 5 slices of bread today. By next week, you cut it down even half, 2.5 slices for the next week. And eventually you stop eating bread. Because for me as well, as much as I had the willpower, the fact that I was told I can't, there was many a times when I wanted to give up. Because I can't. The cheat meal wasn't even an option at the time because I knew that I had a goal and a goal that I wanted to stick to. But little did I know that cravings and all of that things that I had in me, I should have satisfied them. Now I know that. And hence the reason why I can say, teach the same to your customers as well. It's going to make your life easier as well as their lives easier. So if they want to have the packet of chips, have it. This is how I tell my customers, you want to have the packet of chips, have it. But work out harder. You put in the extra 10, 15, 20 minutes. Add an extra liter of water or whatever the case may be so that they know the next time when they want to have it, they wouldn't want to do that extra 10, 15 minutes of exercise to burn that calories or burn that fats off. It's a mentality thing. That's how I see it. And many of my customers that I do have has only shown me results for the exact same reason why. So why am I so committed? For health reasons. To be honest, I hit rock bottom last year, April, where my health just deteriorated completely. I was in the darkest place ever by weighing 135 kilos. So right now, I can't see my life without my shake at all. How do I help others? how do I keep my clients and my customers committed? By showing them my before and afters. If I had to take Mollusca, for instance, and I had to show Mollusca's pictures to somebody, because they don't know Mollusca, they're not necessarily going to believe that that is Mollusca. So for me, for me being a coach, I need to prove myself as a customer. I need to ensure that I am the product of the product. I need to ensure that I lead by example. So if I'm going to exercise, I need to ensure that I teach my team to exercise as well. So if I'm going to hike, I need to take them by the hand and take them hiking with me. If I'm going to be eating correctly, I need to take them with me and say, listen, guys, let's have a shake instead of a spur burger, etc., etc. So as they say, if you're going to be a Herbalife coach and you're wearing the badge, yes, of course, you can have a cheap meal, but you can't be sitting in Spur and wearing your how can I assist you badge. And that also I learned from Ria when she came, and it's true. I mean, you don't think you go into these places because your friends are sitting there, but you have this badge on, and then yet you're still eating the products that are there, but yet you're a health coach, which doesn't make very much sense to me. So then rather, if it was up to me, don't eat that particular item or remove the badge. That's how I feel. This is my personal suggestion to others. I know maybe many people is not going to agree with me, but this is how I feel. You can't try and show people the right way, but yet you're doing things that are wrong.
Good.
Showing them my journey, where I come from, where I'm currently at, invite them for hikes, walks, etc. New customers, take them with me. Many of my customers that started in my in and surrounding areas, I take them with me on the park runs. So even if I don't make my time, like you only have a time of 60 minutes, if I don't do the park run within 60 minutes, obviously they don't scan your tag and you don't come in a specific position. For those who does the park run will understand. But I'm willing to cut my time down to ensure that whomever I've taken along with me finishes the park run with me. I will not leave them behind, because at the end of the day, I was the one that was behind, and I promised my coach that I will pay it forward. At the fact that when I was behind, he was there to hold my hand. So I'm going to do exactly the same for the people whom I'm going to teach and to take them through their journey. I will ensure that I'm there for them 110%. So spend time with them, find out why they started, and work towards their goals and remind them thereof. So if at any point that your customer feels that they want to give up, remember when they started, you took a picture, like I explained earlier. Take a picture of an item of which they really want to fit into and remind them, this is why you started. Are you sure that you want to give up? Show them that picture. And many a times, those customers then realize and then say, okay, no, fine, let's do this, let's try again. So here are just some before and after pictures of myself, and I've got one member who's Lemise. I'm sure you guys have heard about her, and she asks me, how do I get to keep the same clothing and get to keep the same pose? Trust me, a year ago, it wasn't something that was on my mind. It wasn't something that was intended. But because I always loved taking pictures, going through my cell phone and seeing old pictures and going on Facebook, seeing my own old pictures, I try and keep the same clothing that I had and take a before and after. Because that for me has more power than having clothing in different. If you look at the third picture on the presentation that shows you now, it doesn't give much an effect for me as a person, as a coach, in showing that picture. Yes, you can see on the facial features, but not in the clothing. But if you look at the first and second picture, for me, that is dramatic. I think it's because I've got the photography background as well, that for me, it's very important that you can see that difference. And as you can see, the clothing on the first picture and the second picture is exactly the same, the top part at least, but not necessarily the bottom, because that just couldn't be taken in. But yes, that is my before and after pictures. And when I show that, that inspires my customers, my members, and their customers as well when I show them these pictures. Here are some more. These are my hiking pictures. Did I hike prior to Herbalife? Because many people ask me that question. The answer is yes, but not as intense. When I started my hiking frenzy, I started, I think it was in 2015, but it wasn't as active and as hectic as it is now, where I would go every single Sunday. But yes, so success is some of the small efforts repeated day in and day out. So if you make a pact with yourself and you say, listen, this is something I'm going to do, go for it. But don't ever give up. And believe me when I say people are watching. As they say it, people don't necessarily comment on your pictures on social media. They don't necessarily like the picture. But believe me, there are people watching. People has come up to me and say, oh, you're the hiking chick. Never seen them before, don't know about them, but yes, they've seen my pictures going down, which they know this is the chick that hikes every Sunday. And I invite anyone and everyone to come. It's just adding more customers to your list. And it's something that I found in me that I like. Maloska might find something else that she likes. I don't know, yoga maybe. And might like running. You know, so everyone has their own thing, but whatever you do, keep on doing it. And I promise you, people will see it and they will realize and say, okay, Maloska is the one who does the yoga. It's just a trademark that I've added for myself. So yes, that was me from a size 24, and currently now I can fit into a size 12 proudly. I don't know if you can zoom into that picture, the first one, Bia. The first one, that jeans is a size 28. Unknowingly to me, in about December side, I then wanted to still fit into the jeans, and as you can see, 2 people is in that jeans. There's just no way it's gonna be a white. And then on the last picture, the pants that I have on there is a size 12.
Sure.
Wow.
So how many clients do I have? I've got 16 plus 10. Now 16 constant customers and 10, as they would say, part-time customers. And I'll explain that shortly. How did I get them, and how do I get the clients today? So the replies on social media posts, for those who has me on Facebook, I don't necessarily invite people to a 6-day challenge. I don't necessarily tell them, ask me how. I think I tried it 2 or 3 times. But currently now, because I'm posting myself and I'm selling myself, my results, those are the people who commented the comments and inbox me and ask me exactly how am I doing it, what am I doing. They see my results, seeing the difference in me, and those are the people whom I actually contact, go to them and explain to them the entire Herbalife product. WhatsApp communication, for those of which has my contact details, old friends, old family, people whom I haven't spoken to in a very, very long time. Those are the ones who are currently coming to me and telling me, listen, I really want to start the product. Wearing the badge, as always, that's a true Herbalifer, ensuring that anywhere, anytime, any place, wearing the badge and being proud in being a Herbalife coach. And then lastly is my results. I know, as I said, not everybody, and I was also very skeptical in the beginning when I started, when I said to myself that the 10 kilos that I lost was just not enough. The 15 kilos that I lost was just not enough. But when I attended my first BBS, in seeing people were so excited and so overwhelmed by the 2 kilos that they lost, I'm like, I knew that there was something wrong with me, because for me, 15 kilos was too little. But when you see others and it opens you up, your mind opens up your heart in realizing that there's so much more to it than just the weight loss. And that's what I tell my customers and my members as well. It's not only about the weight loss, and I never did it for the weight loss. Weight loss was the last thing on my mind. It was for my health. I wanted my health back 110% because my health was just not there.
Yeah.
So do I have clients that stop using the products? Yes. all the time. They're like part-time Herbalifers. As soon as they see results, then they want products too. So as soon as I post a before and after pic, they're like, no, I decided I want to do it again. Or one of their friends or friends of the family got great results, then they want to use the product again. So it is normal. However, I still keep them on my file. I still treat them as a customer in the sense of I will still send them a message. I'll still send them a motivational message. I'll still check in with them from time to time. I will still make a phone call to them from time to time, asking them how are they doing, how's the family, etc., 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 as I would for a normal customer, just not as much as I would for a normal customer. So how do I, oh, sorry, if you can just go one back, Bia. How do you deal with an emotional level, and how do I treat them when they're not using the products? I think I answered that question as well. However, Bia taught me something very helpful, where I have a chat group, not a chat group, but at least it's a distribution group. So every second or third day, I'll send a motivational message to those people, the people who are no longer my members, customers, sorry, no longer my customers, or no longer using the product as such, but they're in the same group. So I will still send them a motivational message in health, in goals, in life, not necessarily Herbalife. Because many a times that starts a chat, starts a conversation or a communication with you, whether it is early in the morning, whether it's late at night, whether it is during the day, because remember, they're going to get that message on their phone as a message. And when they do, they're going to say, oh, there's Malaska. Oh, hi, Malaska. How are you doing? And then Malaska will start the chat and saying, yes, I'm fine. So how's things going with the kids, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And eventually it will turn into a Herbalife chat. And when it does, who knows? Maybe you'll have that customer back on your books, or a customer that will be back on the books very, very soon.
Yeah.
True.
How do I do my follow-ups? I think I was a bit ahead there. As I said, WhatsApps and phone calls. I chat to them all the time. I communicate with my customers. I try and do it every single day, if not every second day. I make a phone call to them. If I'm in the area, I'll make a pop in just to say hi if I have the time. So I try and work my way that if a customer wants product and I'm within the vicinity, I make phone calls to all the consumers within that vicinity, and I'll make a pop in if the time allows me. Just to say hi, a quick chat, I don't know, maybe a way in if it is possible. And yeah, that's how I do my day. Because of the job that I have, it's not very easy to keep my set appointments during the week, but on a weekend, most definitely. How do I do my initial assessment? So breakfast shakes and measurements. So when I go and see a potential customer, I take samples with me. I mix a shake, well, more than one at least, 2 or 3 shakes with me, of which I tell them to taste. If it is that they might not like the chocolate, I'll take the vanilla, etc., etc., and I give them some recipes of which they can use as well, so that it makes it easier for them. Because when I started on mine, I didn't necessarily have a taste. So the thought of it not tasting nice was there. So the skeptical part is what I want to get out of the way. So if the consumer doesn't like it, remembering I love my shakes, so I'll have 5 shakes. I don't have a problem. I'll drink it if they don't want it. But yeah, that's exactly how I do it. How much members do I have currently? I have 24 members. There are currently 4 active members, 14 downline, 7 second line, and 3 below that. I'm not too sure how do you use that in terminology, but that's my current business status, which is 24 members in my team.
It's your third line or third level.
Third line. Okay, so yeah. So lastly, what I would leave to the current new senior consultants, whoever it is, whichever part of the business that you are in, what my motivation to you would be is have fun. Because up and until reaching the supervisor, that is all that I did. I had fun. I never ever knew what position I was in when I reached it. And I loved every single minute of it. I enjoy the journey. Work on yourself because that is important. Yes, you need to help customers. Yes, you need to ensure that the customers are happy. But at the same time, if you're not working on yourself or seeing to yourself, they are going to see that. If you're going to drain yourself out, your customers are going to notice and they're going to see that. So it's important to ensure that you make time for everything. Make time for your family, make time for your friends, make time for your business, and make time for yourself.
Yeah.
Find out your why. Plug into as much people as you can that's around you. And it's important to plug in around successful people. You can't plug into people who is not successful, who is down, who can't even smile when you see them. Those are not the negative people that you want to be around. You only want to be around positive people. And I've learned the hard way. Don't be afraid to ask. Trust me, I asked Bea 50,000 questions. So just don't be afraid to ask. I know, and I have never, ever had a no, or no, I can't, or I'm sorry, I can't help you. I've always only had a yes, or let me find out for you. And that's the same attitude I have with my members and my customers. I don't necessarily have the answer to each and every question that is posed to me. But I will ensure that I get that question answered for my customer, for my member, or even people not within my team. I try and see if I can assist, because at the end of the day, I would need some question answered for myself. And the people whom is around me wouldn't necessarily have the answer at that particular time. So I don't want to be afraid to ask Maloska or anybody else for that matter in getting the question answered.
Yeah.
Set a goal for yourself. If your journey is weight loss, and I said this earlier, buy something that you can't fit into. If it's weight gain, same story. But most importantly, love the product. And people will see it. So just to take you back on my journey, I joined Herbalife on the 4th of June, 2016. The 26th of July, I attended my first HOM. I became a member, as you can see there, the 5th of September. I got my first pin, and for those who know me, I am very importantly over my pins. I love every single pin that I have. I got my first pin on the 5th of November. 19th of November, I joined the extravaganza, which was life-changing for me. I was pinned as a supervisor on the 9th of December. I received my certification of an active supervisor on the 2nd of April. And on the 6th of May, I was presented with my World Team Member Medal, which was the proudest moment of my life. As you can see there, my sales purchase volumes has only increased from day one. And going from September, I barely made it unknowingly to myself, which is 505. Going straight through up and until May, which I ended off with my PPV being 2,242.95. And my total volume for May is 5,142.35. That's what I ended off on last month. So, yeah. So I'm sure you guys have seen this already. For those of you who don't know, I have a serious problem, guys. The year has now completed and finished, and I'm still having problems with my clothes, my shoes, and my underwear. It's just not fitting. So the struggle is real. From a size 9 to a size 7 is not funny. Seriously, Maloska, I need to buy new shoes. It's just not on, really.
You just look very cute.
If you come to Joburg, they've got lots of shoe shops here.
Yes, I was
shopping together.
I
I
don't
can
think
tell you already, Milashka, maybe you can encourage Roxana more, because she asked me, Bea, do you think I should go to both LDWs in Joburg and in Cape Town, because this is what most of the leaders do. They go basically to both LDWs because it's never the same, because it lives from the people. So maybe the shoe story helps. I don't know.
Yeah. So you got a couple of reasons now to come up here. Just do it. Just do it. Set a goal and do it.
Oh, by the way, to interrupt you there with the LDW, did you see the personal development speaker we get to the LDW? Absolutely. Yes. Awesome speaker. One more reason for you, Pepe, to get to the LDW.
I know.
But sorry, Roxana, after you.
No, that's fine. Okay, so I think I've gone way over my time. So is there anyone for questions?
I have a question. And like millions of comments. I'm beaming right now, Roxana. I can't deal. Every time I hear your story, I was sitting here. I'm emotional. I don't know what's going on, because you're refocusing me right now. And I think the question I have is just, how do you identify your member? Like, so you have 24 members. That's phenomenal. Like, I think this is the challenge that I have is like, I also took a while before I became a member. And everyone knows the story. Hashim always shares it, that he took a while to almost sign me up. And I felt the same like you. I wanted to work on myself first before I became a member. And it took 7 months for me to become a member. I was using the product for so long. Mm-hmm. And I think the one thing that I'm struggling with is like, how do you identify that individual? Because you don't want to sign up people just for the sake of signing them up. I mean, my experience on the product has been so phenomenal. I want other people to have that same kind of desire to become a coach and to teach and all of those things. So you don't actually want to sign up people that's just signing up for a discount. How do you identify that individual? That's my question.
A very interesting question, and let me be honest with you, Celeste. I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning, and right here is a place of which I want to be honest with you specifically, Celeste, is the fact that when I started, I also just signed up members for the sake of signing up members. So because I knew that I needed to sign up members, and I knew I needed to get to that level. For those of whom attended the LDW last year, not last year, the beginning of this year, they were told that the fact that there shouldn't be any zeros. And for me, yes, I have 24 members, but not all of them are active. So this is the biggest problem that I currently have. So yes, the number might sound big, but the question is how much of them are active? And that is the mistake that I do not want anyone to make, of which I made.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
How do I identify my member? Yeah. So how do I identify my member? If my member is active in the chat group, if my member is active on social media, when I say active, loving the product, doing the chat, posted to him or her, showing the interest, attended the BBS, coming to the HOMs, showing me that he or she is that much interested in both the business, in helping other people achieve their goals, then yes, that is when I will come to you and approach you for the business. And if you're not, and I will still invite you to the BBS, I will still invite you to the HOMs, and it's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to attend and take the business side further at touch. And then if you're going to come to me and tell me, listen, Roxana, and for me, the BBS was a turnaround completely. And once that is shown, I can promise you that person will be your member.
Yeah. Thank you. I needed that answer. Thank you.
Pleasure. Any other questions?
No question, but I just want to say something.
Yes, baby.
First and foremost, you are my biggest inspiration. And I mean, I was actually talking to my friend today, and I said, I think she's actually on the chat. I invited her. She's not on our team, but I just said you have to log in today. So I think you know her.
What's her name?
And Spa.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. I don't know if she's. I think she is online. But the thing is, I was there. She is. So,
Welcome.
Thank you.
so it's not just about, like I was saying to Spa, I don't really have results to show the people, but every time I look at your posts and stuff like that, I still feel I have stuff to offer people, even though I didn't lose much. I didn't have much weight to lose. And that shows that you don't have to be at a level, but you can look at people around you, people like you that always inspire people, your journey, what you went through. And I know I had people like family members that I could have helped. So now I know I can help other people that I can help. And I wish I could have helped my parents, which I couldn't. But now I have the tools and the people around me that always support and inspire me. So I just want to say thank you so much for being an inspiration. And you have a gorgeous smile. I brag about you at work all the time. I must say. I always want to show them your pictures, and they're like, you see, this is Rushana, but just look at her smile. That's what I always tell. So thank you, Rushana.
Let me just add to that. Let me tell you, and as I said before, I can only show my results because of the weight loss. Remembering you get all types of customers. They don't all want to lose weight. Some of them want to gain muscle.
True.
Some of them want to gain weight. Some of them want energy. If there are thousands of different types of people outside, yes, my results are great. It's not typical. But remembering you're not only approaching customers who wants to lose weight. That is the mindset that I had all the time. But as I said before, I'm the one that's selling me. I'm not selling Tippy or Molosco or anybody else because of my results. But I do get customers who does not want to lose weight. Then when they look at me, they say, no, I can't use the product because I want to gain weight. So I'm going to be losing weight all the time because look at you. Do you understand my point? So that is the important thing that you as the coach need to realize. And for me, it took a very long time to come to that realization that it's not only about weight loss. There's many other aspects to it. There's health reasons, there's weight gain, there's muscle gain, there's thousands of other things that these products that can be used for yourself and for others as such. So that is something that you just need to bear in mind.
Thank you so much.
Rushana, my girl.
Yes, my love. How are you?
Hi. You rock, baby. You rock it. Thank you for all the tips. I have learned so much from you tonight. I am so happy that I signed in. And I'm going to put it all to task someone now.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Is there any other question?
Yes. I was just waiting if somebody else comes before me. Look, what I heard from Pepe is we might not need to lose 40 kilo, but what I have always in my mind, what if we can find another Rushana? What if we can find a person who needs to lose 40 kilo and we can a life change for a person like it happened to Rushana? Because the reason why Rushana is today there is because there was Shukri, her sponsor. So we can be a sponsor. We can be somebody who inspires the next person. And as far as I know, Shukri was also very patient in the beginning because you weren't the one who said, yeah, give me the shake and I want to start on the shake and I want to have now every single day the shake. as far as I remember, he took you for walks in the very early days. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Where you weren't ready for a fit camp or exercising. So, and this came just to my mind now when I heard you were in a phase of paying back or paying forward what you received from your coach. So we can be that shukri to the next person. We can be the coach for the next person, where this person is so grateful to pay forward. Now, my question is, Roxana, when I heard earlier on and look at you and the way I know you, you're always smiling, you're always positive, it's always, and everybody knows you. You were earlier on saying you created your trademark. So all of that seems to be always on the same level. I know you get up very early, I think around about 4 o'clock, if I'm not correct. If there is Ramadan or no Ramadan, you're up at 4 o'clock. And you're pumping from 4 o'clock onwards, doing your exercise, everything what you need to do. You're at 6 o'clock at work. You're coming home, it's going straight either to a customer or you deliver early morning before you go to work. In the lunch hour, maybe quickly to the warehouse or delivering. In the evening, doing your assessments. How do you keep yourself and your time management? I mean, you said earlier on, and you should make time for family, and you should make time for friends and for your hikes, and then you make more than 5,000 volume points. And I know your family, and because of your culture, is also quite an important part in your life, and also your parents expect a lot from you, and they might not have really the complete understanding for your passion about Herbalife. So how do you keep that all in balance and keep you on such a high? Because in all the time I know you now, and this is more or less since August, September, I never have seen you down.
So let me just add to the last bit, Bia. Do I have times of which all I want to do is cry? Yes. I'm human. Do I have times of which makes me sad? Yes, I'm human. But the most important part is you don't show it to everyone else. Show it to your customers. You don't show it to your members. Maybe if you find your sponsor or your upline, your mom, or whomever it is that you trust and that you can be you with. I'm not saying this is not me. Please, this is all me. I am always happy but there are the days of which I have those days because I am human, yes. But it's important for others not to see. You need to spread positivity only. So when you have that negative bit, you share it with somebody who is positive permanently. And let me take, for example, Malaska, the only reason why I'm using you is because I see your face first. So let's just say Malaska feels down today. And Malaska knows that when she's going to phone me, she's going to get her greeting. And I promise you, Malaska's already going to feel that she doesn't even need to talk to me because all she wanted to hear was the positive greeting. And that is what I'm saying. So I will phone somebody positive that I know I don't need to say a word to. That person will already know just by talking and saying the things that he's saying will change my attitude, will change my negative into a positive without me saying anything to him. So you need to find that person. Does that help? Does that help you, Bia?
No, brilliant answer. Thank you so much. Perfect. Lovely. Also, what you were saying is don't hide with your feelings when you feel down, but find the one magic person. If this is your sponsor, your mentor, or have somebody where you can have an open talk, and maybe you get an open answer, which you might not like to hear, but which helps you. Brilliant. Thank you. So last opportunity to ask a question or any feedback to Roxana.
I have one more question. I know it's only half an hour, but you can't be half an hour with Roxana. It's just not possible.
Was that a question, Celeste?
The question I have quickly, Roxana said something very interesting, and I feel like we're kindred spirits because at the moment, I'm only now starting to get comfortable with the badge. And I'll be very honest, the badge is like, sometimes I feel it's more powerful than me. So when I have it on, I'm very conscious that I have it on. And for me, this journey has been, it's either 110% I give or nothing. So I'm also uncomfortable wearing the badge when I go to places like restaurants and all those kind of places, because I'm not necessarily eating the right way. I'm not necessarily going to make the right choices 100% in those places. So I feel like in those places, I will rather take the badge off. Whereas I see other coaches are more comfortable with wearing the badge in the mall and going into a subway or, like places like that. So you don't necessarily need to answer the question now, but I think I'm just posing the question to everyone and need a little bit of help around that kind of comfort with the badge. So maybe
Sorry, thank you, Celeste. Ria, I actually wanted you to give your opinion in that when I made that statement. Sorry, I actually wanted you to intervene there, because I know that you specifically, when I even met you and even when we went to a restaurant, you still had your badge on, knowing that you weren't eating the things necessarily that is healthy, that a healthy choice.
If I can say to that, thank you for opening up that I can say something to it. I wear my badge all the time. And I think it's fair enough when people, when you look at my shape and how I actually live, then it's 90%, 95% I do the right thing. But that I occasionally have the pizza, or that I have the occasional maybe glass of wine or whatever it is, makes me human. And I think it's fair enough to people, because I'm scared when people see us only as these people who are drinking shakes all day long and only eating salad, that they are getting also a little bit scared.
That's true, yeah.
Often scared with the vegan people and the vegetarian, because they are like this, they don't see left and right anymore. You know what I mean? And I see often when people who don't know me, they know Herbalife, that I'm doing Herbalife, and I go with them the first time out to a restaurant, that they are very hesitant to order before me.
Yeah.
And then I really play it, that I order a very normal meal, which is not extremely, I cannot eat completely unhealthy. So I don't go completely off board. But I can see already almost like they breathe when I order a glass of wine, or they breathe when I order something which is not just a salad. Yeah. So this is quite interesting for me. And we often have this question, Ruchana. You asked me in the beginning when you had your customers from Joburg, who asked it, can I drink a glass of wine? Can I have this? Can I have that? I think people should know that we are normal human beings, and this is why I don't see that we don't have to wear the badge. But if I only go to McDonald's and I post all the time my post on Facebook, I'm in McDonald's again, and they see me always with the Coke and the burgers, and I look like a Coke and a burger, and wearing the badge. And maybe going out then of the burger place, smoking my cigarette, then it's really, I'm sending completely the wrong picture. So I think it's about balance, where people see, hey, we are normal. And how awesome is that we can go for a pizza occasionally, but we still look in great shape. Hello. So we have a secret listener here.
She just arrived, Bia.
Too late. We had an awesome call. You missed out. Okay. I hope that answered a little bit from my perspective. Everybody is there a little bit different. But I think also, Ruchana, you said a very good point in how you follow up on your people. And in the beginning, you were very much about very strictly how it is in the books and not different. Whereas now you became a little bit more flexible, because you understood not everybody is as clean and clear as you are from the very beginning, and it makes us a little bit more soft to the people, and I think it makes it a little bit more easy for them, because one thing also you mentioned very important, it's all about having fun. And they tell them about like a diet, and I'm not allowed to eat this, and I'm not allowed to eat that. This is where I liked also, you mentioned you asked them to send a picture of what is in their cupboard. That's a genius idea. Never thought about
That's awesome, yeah.
It makes it so much more relaxed for the people. I don't need to go buy extra like it is in the diet. No, we send something in your cupboard what we can use up, and maybe we can make small changes. Brilliant. So in a wrap up, I really want to say, I would suggest if there are further questions, let's have it on the Team Herbalife group so everybody can learn from it. Very powerful session. There was no minute boring in these 60 minutes. Highly, highly interesting. Lots of personal stuff you shared with us, Rukhsana. Very well prepared. I really say thank you from all of us. Really appreciate this session. Can't wait for the next one. And guess what we have next Monday? Next Monday, we have somebody who is just silently also creeping more and more in our heart and really makes a big fuss about the customer, taking care of the customer, building an organization. And she's actually right this month in her fourth month to qualify now for the World Team. So she finished off her World Team qualification this month. She's together with Rukhsana and Jacqueline the very first time qualified already for the Leadership Development Weekend on a Friday. And it's our Lashka Pfeiffer. I was wonder, it's already next month. The month is not finished, but has already finished her fourth month. And what we are in for, just that you know what we have to expect, and I want that you inform your entire teams. There are two people checking all the time the WhatsApp groups. The next week we learn about attitude. How Miloshka has shifted her attitude, and that shift made basically her volume growing. This shift in her attitude makes that customers come to her, customers want to be with her, people want to sign up with her, that shift of attitude. So attitude is not important, attitude is everything. So we will hear really powerful information next Monday. So I say already, thank you, Miloshka, for signing up for that deal on next Monday. And thank you, Rukhsana, for tonight. I think we have a powerful June. Remember, June is the middle of the year. People start now to think, oh my word, it was just recently the new year started. I made my New Year's resolution. I wanted to find a new job. I wanted to earn more money. I wanted to reduce that weight. I wanted to go to the gym. And what did I do till now? Nothing. And they are getting scared that the end of the year comes faster than they can make a shift. So the people are out there looking for solutions. So what we need to get right in our head is that winter attitude. We need to put the winter aside and need to go out with massive advertising posts that really badges, that one badge is enough. Yeah, we have the big badge, but that the people can find you. They really are looking for solutions. So now is the right time to be highly active out in the market. So don't hide yourself in the warm room behind the heater. Really go out there and meet the people. I saw it now. Wherever I go to, the people are so open and looking for solutions, and we are the solution givers. Yeah. So I wish you a very powerful, successful week till we see us latest again next Monday. Thank you, Rukhsana, and have a great week. Thank you, everybody who was on the call tonight. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Rukhsana. Bye.
Thank you, Rukhsana.
Bye.